through the net, ladies and gentlemen. The second one is up and unfortunately doesn't make it through the net. Number 25 takes the rebound, however, unfortunately cannot make the basket. Number 5 there with the ball, passing to teammate. However, the teammate does go a bit too far beyond the line. Number 31 with a quick inbound to number 55. Number 31 there attempting a jump shot. Unfortunately, doesn't make it. The ball is back in the hands of EKURHULENI. And a steal there by number 20 of SEDIBENG. Unfortunately, as he gets to the pole, he cannot make a basket. The ball does go, however, to EKURHULENI, and EKURHULENI immediately goes back to offense. Number 5, trying to get past the defense of SEDIBENG. Unfortunately, his basket does lead to the ball going to the hands of SEDIBENG. Number 31 passes to 27, attempts the basket, unfortunately cannot make it in. Number 5 there with a jump shot attempt, unfortunately it didn't make it in. The rebound is taken by SEDIBENG. Number 25 there, trying to get past the defense of number 14, attempting a basket. Unfortunately, all baskets made there by number 25 as well as 20 of SEDIBENG did not go in. There's a foul there on one of the players of EKURHULENI, allowing them to take a moment to reset. Number 14 driving through the defense of SEDIBENG and making a basket for EKURHULENI. Number 20 slowly moving the ball and passes to number 55. 55 going straight for the basket. Unfortunately, it didn't make it in. And a timeout has been called by, I believe, one of the coaches. It has already been a very tense game. The scores are tied. Both teams are clearly fighting for the win. For EKURHULENI, this would be the third win of the day. And this is SEDIBENG's first time playing for today. Before the timeout, number 55 of SEDIBENG was fouled, meaning that he is going for a shot attempt. The first one, fortunately for SEDIBENG, it did make it in. The second one goes up and unfortunately doesn't make it in. Number 8, however, takes the opportunity to rebound the ball and make a basket for EKURHULENI. Attempting to make a basket, however unsuccessful. The ball lands in the hands of EKURHULENI. Number 31 trying his best to defend. Number 15 there takes a stumble. However, EKURHULENI is able to get the ball back. Number 15 However, the basket number 8 immediately after an inbound goes to make a basket. Unfortunately, it doesn't make it in, allowing SEDIBENG to take in an opportunity to make a basket. Unfortunately, the basket for SEDIBENG was blocked. Cannot execute. Number 11 they attempting a basket. Unluckily for number 11, the basket didn't make it in, but fortunately he did get fouled, meaning that he will be making a 2-shot attempt. The first shot for number 11 goes right through the net, ladies and gentlemen. That is another point for EKURHULENI. The second one goes up and right through the net. The ball is immediately back in the hands of SEDIBENG as they are ready to make a counteract to those 2 baskets made by number 11. Number 27 there moving swiftly past number 15. And luckily, as he goes for the basket, he does get fouled. Unfortunately, the basket that he did try for didn't make it in. And a timeout there has been called by the coach of EKURHULENI. The scores are very tight currently. EKURHULENI is leading, but not by a lot. SEDIBENG back on the court, looking ready to bring up their score. Number 27 getting ready to make his shot after being fouled by one of the players of EKURHULENI. And it goes up and it goes right through the net, ladies and gentlemen. Though the game moves quickly, number 8 there of EKURHULENI fumbles the ball, but 14 is able to save it. Number 11 driving right through the defense of SEDIBENG and attempting a basket. Unfortunately, it doesn't make it in. Number 8 there intercepting a ball meant for SEDIBENG, giving EKURHULENI the upper hand here. Number 55 of SEDIBENG, they did take a bit of a fall. He was fouled, meaning that he will be going for a shooting 1, I believe. The first one goes right to the net, ladies and gentlemen. My mistake, it was a shooting 2. This is his second shot that he is making. The second one goes up and unfortunately bounces off the rim and directly into the hands of number 5 of EKURHULENI. 5 passes to 8, and 8 takes the opportunity to make a basket for EKURHULENI. Number 20 though, quick. Unfortunately, his basket was not successful. Celebration there between the players of SEDIBENG, because number 55 has claimed yet another foul. He has been fouled by one of the players of EKURHULENI and will be going for a shooting 2. The first one makes it right into the hoop, ladies and gentlemen. The second one is up, and unfortunately it bounces off the rim, allowing number 8 of EKURHULENI to rebound the ball. He drives through the defense of SEDIBENG. Unfortunately, the basket that he does attempt doesn't make it through. There with a save. Unfortunately, it is all for nothing. Number 31 manages to steal the ball for number 20 to go to the hoop and make a basket for SEDIBENG. Number 5 almost makes a basket there for EKURHULENI. Unfortunately, doesn't make it in. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the end of the first quarter. Though EKURHULENI was leading, now SEDIBENG is leading, as the score is currently 11-10 to SEDIBENG. Seems that medic is currently on scene for one of the players of SEDIBENG. He has injured himself, and I believe he won't be able to continue playing. The game must continue. EKURHULENI starting us off after the first quarter with a quick inbound. Number 55 rebounding the ball and saving it for SEDIBENG. Number 27 driving through the defense of EKURHULENI, attempting a basket. Unfortunately, it didn't make it in. I believe the score would be much higher if the players in this game were to think every single basket through, because right now many attempts have been made, but most of them are not making it through the hoop. Has not been fouled. It was a walk there, and the ball goes to SEDIBENG. 55 passes to number 20. 20 attempts to make a basket, unfortunately cannot. However, the players of SEDIBENG do save the ball. Must commence. EKURHULENI immediately going to offense. Number 5 with a 3-point attempt. Unfortunately, it goes over the backboard and right into the hands of SEDIBENG. Number 27 there attempts a basket, however, cannot make it, allowing EKURHULENI to rebound the ball. Number 8 driving through the and luckily for number 8, he does get fouled. Unfortunately, the basket that he did attempt didn't make it through. First shot by number 8 unfortunately bounces off the back of the rim and doesn't make it through the hoop. The second one goes up and unfortunately doesn't make it, allowing number 55 of SEDIBENG to rebound the ball. And number 20 makes the basket for SEDIBENG. A foul there on one of the players of EKURHULENI, and as they try to inbound, number 27 intercepts the ball and goes straight for a basket. Nice save there by number 5 as he passes the ball to number 8. However, number 8 does not make the basket and it allows SEDIBENG to rebound the ball. And yet another player of SEDIBENG has been fouled. Number 20 of SEDIBENG has been fouled and is going for a shooting 2. The first one goes up and it makes it right through the hoop, ladies and gentlemen. That is another point for SEDIBENG. The second one goes up and right through the hoop, ladies and gentlemen. The ball is back in the hands of EKURHULENI. Number 15 currently with the ball. Unfortunately, he does lose it to number 20. And number 55 there almost makes the basket. However, it does get intercepted by one of the players of EKURHULENI. Number 15 passing to 6. Number 12 driving right through the defense of SEDIBENG and attempting a jump shot. However, the jump shot is unsuccessful, landing the ball in the hands of SEDIBENG. Number 55 trying to find an opening in the defense of EKURHULENI. And number 20 cannot, so he makes a 3-point attempt. Unfortunately, it goes out of bounds and in the hands of EKURHULENI. Number 20 there with an interception of the ball, passing to number 27. However, number 5 does foul number 27. And the ball is back in the hands of SEDIBENG. Number 34 with a 3-point attempt there. Unfortunately, it doesn't make it in. There has been yet another timeout call there by the coach of EKURHULENI with only seconds left in this second quarter. No, with only minutes left in this second quarter. They're showing a bit of team spirit as they walk back onto the court to finish off the second quarter. EKURHULENI with the ball and an interception there of the ball by SEDIBENG, number 55, trying to get past the defense. However, number 6 of EKURHULENI is shown quite some good defense here. And a 3-point attempt there by number 20 unfortunately doesn't make it and results in a rebound by number 12 with many attempts to make the basket. Unfortunately, doesn't make it. That fall there could have ended very badly, but the game must continue. The ball is back in the hands of EKURHULENI. Number 12 passes to number 5. However, that basket made by number 5 doesn't count as there was a foul. Number 14 of EKURHULENI passing to 12 trying to get past number 27 but cannot, and passes to number 13 back to 12 driving through the defense and attempting a basket. Unfortunately doesn't make it, allowing number 20 to go and collect a foul on the other side of the court after he attempts a basket. The first one goes up and unfortunately doesn't make it for SEDIBENG. The second one goes up and it goes right through the net, ladies and gentlemen. A long pass there to number 13 and luckily he can catch it. 13 passes to 6 and 6 makes his way through the defense of SEDIBENG and makes a basket for EKURHULENI. A lot of passing between the teammates of SEDIBENG. However, 34 finally attempts a shot. However, it doesn't make it in. None of those attempts made by SEDIBENG make it in. The ball is back in the hands of EKURHULENI. Number 15 currently with the ball, trying to find a space, and he does. Did get fouled, meaning that he has an opportunity to shoot. Number 15 only has one opportunity, so he really needs to make this count as it will bring EKURHULENI a step closer to closing the gap. But unfortunately for EKURHULENI, number 15 does not make that one shot. And yet another turnover there for SEDIBENG. And there was a foul on EKURHULENI, causing the ball to be back in the hands of EKURHULENI. A timeout has been called by the coach of SEDIBENG. EKURHULENI also taking this opportunity to discuss amongst themselves as well as the coach. The coach of SEDIBENG there telling his team what to do. Clearly the coach of SEDIBENG fears that EKURHULENI might be able to catch up. Before the timeout, number 15 was fouled and has a 2-shot attempt. Taking a deep breath there, preparing himself to make the shot. The first one goes up and unfortunately doesn't make it in. Bit of motivation there for number 15 by his teammates. The second one goes up and unfortunately doesn't make it in. Number 6 though is there to rebound the ball. And the ball goes right into the hoop after a very long delay. A basket as well as a foul, and right before the end of the second quarter. Though it is the end of the second quarter, it does not mean that number 25 can't still make a basket. The first one for him makes it in, and it was the only one. Currently halftime, these scores are 23-16 to SEDIBENG. Though EKURHULENI was leading at the beginning of the match, SEDIBENG really has pulled up its socks to bring up the score and take the lead. SEDIBENG already on their court, ready to fight to keep their lead. Clearly both teams took this time to strategize instead of warm up, as it was halftime. SEDIBENG starting us off with a quick inbound there. Number 20 quickly moving his way through the defense of EKURHULENI. Number 20 is getting ready to make his first shot. The first one goes up and right through the net, ladies and gentlemen. That is another point for SEDIBENG. The second one goes up and unfortunately bounces on the rim. However, number 20 passes to 27, and there's a lot of passing between SEDIBENG here as they cannot make their way through the defense of EKURHULENI. Number 34 with a three-point attempt there. Unfortunately, it doesn't make it. Luckily for number 24. Number 25 is there to rebound the ball. 25 attempts a basket. However, it doesn't make it in, allowing EKURHULENI to take the ball. However, the ball there goes out of bounds and back in the hands of SEDIBENG. Number 31 with a three-point attempt. Unfortunately, it doesn't make it through, allowing EKURHULENI to take the inbound. Number 31 tries to block the ball there and intercept it. Unfortunately, he doesn't come up successful. However, the ball still lands in the hands of SEDIBENG, allowing number 34 to be fouled, and he has an opportunity to make up for that missed basket. The first one goes up and right through the net, ladies and gentlemen. Yet another point for SEDIBENG. Number 34 psyching himself out. The second one goes up and unfortunately rolls inside the rim. Number 25, they took a hard fall. However, there is no time to waste as he gets immediately up. Has been fouled though on that trip for EKURHULENI, and he can hopefully make the basket for his team as they truly really need it to bring them a step closer to closing the gap between the scores, as SEDIBENG is currently leading. The score is currently 24-16. Unfortunately for number 6, the first one did not make it in. The second one goes right through the net. A bit too far there, and there was nobody there to receive it, allowing EKURHULENI to maybe get a basket on this trip. Unfortunately, the ball lands out of bounds yet again, landing the ball in SEDIBENG's hands. Number 7 there with a great interception of the ball. However, he lets the ball slip his hands, and there was a turnover there. Number 7 passes to 6. 6 unfortunately cannot execute, as well as 8. Number 31 with a three-point attempt there. Unfortunately, it allows number 6 to rebound the ball. 6 passes to 7. However, number 7 goes a bit too far and steps on the line, allowing the ball to go back in the hands of SEDIBENG. However, a lot of them are falling all over the place. There has been yet another timeout there called by, I believe, the coach of EKURHULENI. To start us off after that timeout, an inbound from 5 to number 6. Sorry, to number 13. Fighting for the ball there a little bit, but the ball goes to EKURHULENI. 5 there to receive the inbound and tries to drive through the defense of SEDIBENG. Unfortunately, 5 does walk a little bit there and landing the ball back into the hands of SEDIBENG. Another walk there by one of the players of SEDIBENG, landing the ball back in the hands of EKURHULENI. Number 8 there with a basket for EKURHULENI. Number 7 intercepting the ball. Clearly whatever their coach told them in this timeout has worked, as they are catching up quite a lot to the score of SEDIBENG. Passes the ball a bit too far there, and number 13 saves it though. Number 5 there with a 3-point attempt. Unfortunately, it doesn't make it into the hoop. The game seems to be taking a turn of events, as EKURHULENI seems to be more energetic. The game is becoming more and more intense as EKURHULENI catches more up. Number 8 there gets blocked and is forced to pass the ball to number 13, who attempts to make a 3-pointer. Unfortunately, SEDIBENG takes the rebound. Many baskets. The first one for number 25 goes right through the net, ladies and gentlemen. Preparing himself for the second one. The second one goes up and unfortunately doesn't make it through the net. There has been a technical foul called there on one of the players of SEDIBENG. I believe it is number 34. Number 5 taking the basket for his team, unfortunately doesn't make it in. And the ball is still in the hands of EKURHULENI. The ball is back in the hands of EKURHULENI. 8 passes into 6 to 13 drives for a basket. Unfortunately, can't make the basket, but luckily for him, he did get fouled. All of these players are taking very hard fouls. The first one, unfortunately, doesn't make it in for number 13 of EKURHULENI. The second one goes right through the hoop for EKURHULENI, ladies and gentlemen, bringing them a step closer to closing the gap as it is only 4 points. Between the players of SEDIBENG. However, number 20 does attempt to make a basket. Unfortunately, it does land in the hands of EKURHULENI. Number 6 there with a basket attempt. Unfortunately, SEDIBENG gets the rebound. Number 27 tries to make a basket. However, doesn't make it to the hoop. Number 20 trying to make his way through the defense of number 8, 6, and 13. However, the ball ends up in number 31's hands. Medic is being called on scene as number 7 of EKURHULENI has been injured. They are attending to him right now. However, the game is still commencing. And that is the end of the third quarter, ladies and gentlemen. Are making their way back onto the court. The scores are currently 26-22 and we are going into the third quarter. And we are going into the third quarter now. Starting us off is number 5 of EKURHULENI with a quick inbound. Number 6 there of EKURHULENI clearly trying to close the gap between the scores and attempts a three-pointer, and unfortunately the ball lands in the hands of SEDIBENG. And there is a basket made by number 27 of SEDIBENG. Number 9 trying to squeeze through. Unfortunately, is forced to pass the ball to number 5. Moving the ball quickly across the court. And number 55 attempting a basket there. However, the ball ends up out of rebounds and directly back into the hands of SEDIBENG. Number 31 with another 3-point attempt there. Unfortunately for SEDIBENG, it doesn't make it through. Number 5 there, attempting a basket. However, he's unsuccessful. Number 8 though, saves it with a basket for EKURHULENI. Number 27 cannot find a way through the defense, as well as 25. However, number 20 finds himself open and makes a basket for SEDIBENG. Number 8 attempting a 3-point, however, an amazing block by 27 there, allowing SEDIBENG to bring the ball to their hoop and allowing number 20 to make a basket for SEDIBENG. Number 8 moving his way through the defense of SEDIBENG. Unfortunately, the ball still lands back into the hands of SEDIBENG. Number 25 with a basket attempt there and a bit of an assist there by number 55. Unfortunately, technical foul has been awarded to EKURHULENI, allowing number 55 to take a shot for SEDIBENG. And it goes right through, ladies and gentlemen, and the game is quick to commence. Number 8 quickly inbounding the ball to number 12. 12 moving the ball quickly. Number 5 currently with the ball. Passing to 14. 14 trying to find a space, however, cannot. Luckily for number 14, he did get fouled and is going for a 2-shot attempt after that foul. The first one, unfortunately for number 14, does not go in. However, he still has this second opportunity. Taking a deep breath there, and it goes up and unfortunately doesn't go in. It gets rebounded, however, by number 25 of SEDIBENG, and the ball wound back in the hands of number 55, who attempts the basket. Unfortunately, it doesn't make it in. Number 27 with a 3-pointer for SEDIBENG. Trying to retaliate with a basket, however, cannot make it go through the hoop. Luckily for number 5, he did get fouled. The first one doesn't go in, unfortunately. One goes up and right through the net, ladies and gentlemen. That is a point for EKURHULENI. Number 20 passes to 27, 27 to 25. And 25 makes a basket for SEDIBENG. Number 9 passing to 13. 13 cracking under pressure. Back to 9. 9 to 7. 7 also trying to find a way through the defense of SEDIBENG. However, passes to number 13. 27 with a three-pointer, trying to close the gap. Unfortunately, the ball is rebounded by 25 as the ball did not go in after that attempt. 27 currently with the ball, making his way through the defense. 25 with a smooth basket for SEDIBENG. Many passes there by EKURHULENI. Unfortunately, the trip does not result in a basket. A timeout has been called there by the coach of EKURHULENI. The score is currently 40-25 and we are only still in the third quarter. Timeout called there by the coach of EKURHULENI, clearly sweating as there is only minutes left, and I was mistaken, it is the fourth quarter. There's only minutes left of the fourth quarter. Goes to EKURHULENI after that timeout, and number 14 currently with the ball cannot find a gap, tries to pass to number 5, however number 31 intercepts the ball. The ball goes out of bounds and back in the hands of SEDIBENG. It doesn't make it into the hoop. Number 6 making his way through the players of SEDIBENG, finding himself by the hoop, trying to make a basket. Unfortunately, doesn't make it through. Number 6 of EKURHULENI has been fouled and is going for a 2-shot attempt. The first one goes up and right to the net, ladies and gentlemen. Number 6 bouncing the ball. The second one is up, unfortunately doesn't make it. Luckily for EKURHULENI, 14 is there to rebound as well as 6. Unfortunately, the ball still lands back into the hands of SEDIBENG. However, EKURHULENI manages to get the ball back and collect a foul. Number 6 has been fouled again and is going for his first shot here. Unfortunately, it didn't make it through the hoop. difference and only a minute left on the clock. The players really must make a try.
In the hands of EKURHULENI, and SEDIBENG is already in their defense positions. Number 5, however, making his way very quickly through the court and attempting to make a basket. However, it doesn't make it, as well as number 6's attempted basket doesn't make it as well. Number 5 has been fouled, and that was his first shot. Unfortunately, it doesn't make it in. Bit of motivation there from his teammates to hopefully make the second one for his team. The second one goes up, and unfortunately, it doesn't make it in. Number 15 though is there to rebound the ball, and as he goes up for a basket, he does get fouled. second one goes right through, doesn't make it unfortunately, allowing number 6 of EKURHULENI to steal the ball. Fighting for the ball there and a lot of ups and downs. However, does end up with a foul ball and will be given an opportunity to make a shot. My mistake, it is not a shot foul. It is, however, an inbound. Number 8 there, great interception of the ball. However, the game has again been stopped by the refs. As there is a call to be made.
Coach, we're back again.
Yeah.
An intense final. Very, very intense. But the boys managed to pull it off. Good preparation for the guys. How do you feel about their performance for this final?
Never gonna lie, it was a tense one, right? It was very intense.
Right, can I just repeat that? Alright. We're gonna start over. Let's restart it. Alright. Okay, let's go. Once again, coach, an intense final. Very good game. But very, as you could see with the fans, would say that's very hectic. Yeah. How do you feel about the performance from the guys for pulling off this?
Well, we had to change too many things during game time. They gave a good fight. After all, it's the finals. But at the end of the day, champions needs to win. this is our second time now, so we did it last year, we did it again this year. Yeah.
So you all are the defending titles and the winners of this season again, once again. Does this mean this is going to continue or not?
We have to. We have to. As I said last time, we can't change what works. We need to continue building these young athletes out here. We need to make sure that their confidence is on another level. And yeah, keep the team spirit, keep working. Yeah.
That's good. Good to. Here what?
Extras Mayor, the captain of the team.
Right. Good game from you guys. How do you feel about the performance and what, coach? Okay. 1 2 1 2. Can you hear me? Yeah. All right. Great game from you guys. How do you feel about the performance and what did coach and the team have inputs on how you strategize today's game?
So, as a player, there's no better feeling when you slack and your team is there. They pick up the pace and they claw back into the game, and that's what happened today. Coach gave us some input, changed our defense, changed our offense, and in the end, even though we didn't win the way we wanted to, we clawed back from like 12 points, 15 points, and yeah, that makes me proud as a captain, because it's not with every team that you can do that. When you play bad, the team was there. When you mess up, they were there, and I'm really proud and happy. It's a great feeling to win again, but it's the team that won again, and no individual performances. Yeah, it's a pleasure.
Do we see all securing this title as years go by and the seasons keep coming?
Sorry, can I?
Do we see all defending this title?
Well, we did it once. I guess we can do it again. I hope. It was in the beginning. That's what coach told us in the beginning of the season through trials and everything. He said we're going to win it again, and well, we're standing here today and we've won it again. So I think we can do it again.
Good game from you guys. Hope to see you all next season and bits of